Yeah, it's good. It's hard. Yeah, it breaks up your rhythm. So there's a lot of free speed to be gained on a course like this. You can go a lot quicker than you expect. It's the way you ride it. So I'm definitely glad that I've come out to check it out. It changes things quite a bit for Sunday, actually, how I'll approach it. Much more excited now.
Cam Wurf. I'm a professional triathlete these days. I was born in Tasmania, grew up here in Port Macquarie, moved out to Lord Howe Island, went back to Tasmania, and then since I've been a professional cyclist, I've spent most of my time in Europe and currently live in Andorra. Definitely a Tassie boy, obviously born and bred there, and still have a place there, and always go home to there when I come to Australia. That's obviously where I got into elite sport with rowing initially. And then, it's the perfect breeding ground for cyclists. We've got a very rich history of a very top level cyclists down there, and great place to train. Not a lot of traffic, so safe roads, great terrain, very windy, very harsh roads, which is similar to what we're going to have here on Sunday. So yeah, quite excited to be back here in Port as well.
Yeah, well, I think 5-6 was when I left here, but yeah, I'm pretty excited. I actually used to live just sort of up around where the course goes. The next beach along, Flynn's Beach, I think, from memory. It's probably definitely the most anxiously anticipated event I've ever done. To be honest, just remembering all the stuff as a kid. So certainly less than more. Probably 90 to 100 psi, which I guess is pretty low. But I generally don't run that high. Pressure even in Kona, 100, 110. So it's better to be comfortable.
Oh gosh, the first bike memory I've got is actually here in Port Macquarie. It was an Apollo 6-speed mountain bike. I'd go out and build some jumps, or go to the park and find some things to hit.
Yeah, so as a kid, even starting here, I was into everything and anything possible. When I moved back to Tassie for high school, the one sport I'd never done was rowing, and so of course naturally I wanted to try it. Didn't even get to row very much for the first few years till I was about 15 or 16. I finally got to actually sit in the boat, and then as a kid I dreamed of being an Olympian, and rowing was the one sport that I was okay at that was an Olympic sport. So at 17, 18 I decided to focus on that, and won a world championship at 19, and then was on the Olympic team at 20. So that was pretty amazing. But a couple of years later, I got injured rowing. Probably pushed it a bit too hard, a bit too young, and had to get on the bike for a bit of rehab. So did that and never looked back, pardon the pun. All of a sudden I was going forwards and had a great time. Ended up racing in the World Tour in Europe for 5-6 years with Liquigas and then Cannondale. Yeah, I'm a big student of sport in general, and I've noticed that all of our great Ironman triathletes have won the Ironman Australia, whether it be here or Foster before here, and so I desperately wanted to at some point come and do this race, and I feel really good this year, and it just fitted with the preparation. So I obviously with growing up here, it's a natural choice. It was very easy when it was an option to jump on the plane and head over from Europe and be here for it. So I've always, obviously the bike leg, it's a huge advantage to be strong on the bike because it's the biggest part of the race. It's the middle, obviously, but it's also the longest in duration. But not only that, it actually shapes the race so much. So the effort you put on the bike obviously affects your run. The way you ride can affect the way that the other athletes race. So the last years, I've certainly never ever, tried to prove that I'm stronger than anyone. But what I've done is tried to ride the bike in a way that has dictated the race, and then seen how that has played out. And I'm not the strongest runner. I haven't showed that I'm the strongest runner. So that's still my Achilles heel, so to speak. But in time, the idea is that, yeah, I mean, I can ride, you know, my Ironman pace of riding just happens to be probably quicker than the other guys, so it's a huge advantage. I mean, you win the race on the run, and so, and even if you've got a 30-minute lead on the bike, you're still going to have to run. So, and I love the challenge of something I'm not good at. So trying to improve on something that I was terrible at is always something that's fascinated me more so than, you know, anything I naturally pick up quite well.